kind introduction. And Mausi's story is very inspiring. Thank you so much for that. And Gati, Sukuti and Savni, amazing and fabulous speeches from all three of you. Thank you. Thank you so much. And Parishji, again, thank you so much for your insight and guidance throughout this course. So, hello everyone. How are you today? Good. Doing good? So, today I am going to talk about USA Constitution. Talking about history, once history school teacher, she was very annoyed as student was not answering her questions correctly. So she asked, "Why aren't you good in history?" Student replied, "Because you are asking me about the things that happened before I was born." Yeah, that's history. So I'll talk about history and overview of USA Constitution, its salient principles as popular sovereignty, limited government, separation of power, checks and balances, federalism, and Bill of Rights. USA Constitution. It is the supreme law of our nation. It is created in 17 September 1787, got ratified in 1788, and was put into effect in 1789. So one question, what was the year for Declaration of Independence, which was drafted by Thomas Jefferson? What was the year for Declaration of Independence? Yes, Sami?
1776.
1776. Absolutely right. Thank you for your input. So, almost after 11 years of Declaration of Independence, USA Constitution was signed. Before USA Constitution, there was Article of Confederation. That was the first constitutional draft and attempt to give the idea how our government should be. But there were a lot of flaws in this Article of Confederation. All 13 states, they were not thinking themselves as one united nation. States operated like independent countries. There was no taxation power to the federal government. So federal government had to depend on state government's money for various affairs like transportation, healthcare, defense, etc. Also, there were state boundary disputes. So, because of all these reasons, our government structure was very messy and very weak. So, founding fathers, like political leaders of that time, as George Washington, Benjamin Franklin, James Madison, to name the few, they thought of rewriting these government rules. So they had Constitutional Convention to sign up and for agreement of this USA Constitution. So question, who was the president for this Constitutional Convention, which was held in Philadelphia? Who was the president? Anybody? Yes?
George Washington.
Yes, George Washington. That's correct. So George Washington, he was a national hero in American Revolution after leading the Continental Army to victory. So he was elected as president for this convention with unanimous voting. In this convention, there was a debate like how much power to give to federal government and how much power to give to state government. Larger states, they wanted their proportional representation in this new Congress, and smaller states, they wanted their equal rights to this new Congress. And that's how there was compromise as House and Senate, as bicameral system. House with proportional representation and Senate as equal votes and equal senators, 2 senators per state. And in this way, USA Constitution was signed. It is the most inspiring document of the nation. First 3 words of this document. Anybody? First 3 words? Yes, Kathy?
We the people.
We the people. Not the king or queen, not the parliament, not the authority. We the people of United States gather together to ordain and establish a more perfect union. They used very nice spiritual word ordain that is associated with the sacred. So let's see few principles of this USA Constitution. As popular sovereignty, that means government power is given by people. How? By their elected representatives through election system, voting system. So government need to do and need to perform duties that people had given it to do. The next, limited government. That means no government is all powerful. No government or no one is above the supreme law. Other word to say this is constitutionalism. The next, let's say, separation of power. Federal government is divided in three branches: legislative branch, executive branch, and judicial branch. Legislative branch consisting of bicameral system as House and Senate, they write the law and supplement the law. Executive branch consisting of president, vice president, and other chief executives, they execute the law. And judicial branch consisting of Supreme Courts and other federal courts, they interpret the law. Each and every branch can check on another branch to make sure no branch is getting too powerful. This principle is called checks and balances. For example, president or chief executive can veto or deny the bill which is written by legislative branch. Likewise, judicial branch can determine that the bill which is passed by executive branch is unconstitutional. So this process is called judicial review. Let's discuss federalism. It describes the rights and responsibilities of the state government and of the state in relationship with the federal government. So that means federalism means power is divided between central government and state government. So USA Constitution, there are total 7 articles. First 3 articles describes the principle separation of power. Next 3 articles describe federalism. And 7th article describes the procedure all 13 states followed subsequently for ratification. Till date, for USA Constitution, there are total 27 amendments. So James Madison, he proposed first 10 amendments to this USA Constitution. Those first 10 amendments are called Bill of Rights. Bill of Rights, it guarantees the protection for citizen, including freedom for speech, freedom for religion, freedom for press and assembly, and to keep arms.
A question.
Yes?
It's Bill of Freedom, right? Or
Bill of Rights.
Bill of Rights. Does it apply to married men?
Okay. Freedom for speech, yeah. So in conclusion, I briefly talked about principles of USA Constitution as separation of power, checks and balances, federalism, popular sovereignty and limited government, and Bill of Rights. It's been 200 years now that USA Constitution has been signed, and still today it holds its true value. So I hope I gave the insight of USA Constitution, which is the backbone of our government system today, and which is the contract between us and our government to protect our rights as life, liberty, and justice for all. Thank you. And it is my pleasure to introduce my next speaker, Mukta Kushwaha, one of my best friends. I know her for a long time. She is very kind and generous. Her hobbies are classical dance, reading, and being outdoors. She is currently pursuing her master's in health informatics, and today she is going to talk about overdiagnosis. So please welcome Mukta.